So today let's talk about creatives, and creatives is the next step after we have decided of what kind of offer we want to run in the campaign. So let me just make this video of myself a little bit smaller. Creative rules. Excuse me. Please do not forget that the most important thing to remember when you are advertising on Facebook or Instagram, this is called disruptive marketing. Really, someone is just scrolling through their news feed. They don't want to be bothered. They really are there to just have a little rest, entertainment, to catch up with their friends' lives and all that kind of stuff. Right? And that's where you come while they're scrolling, and unless you stand out, you're not going to make the difference. Okay, so you really need to think on how to stand out. Usually creatives, and the importance of the creative is just in that way that you need to make someone to stop for a second and think of what you've got to offer. Your image should be playing only that role to stop them, okay, to stop and start reading. Unless we do that with the image, then they will keep scrolling, okay. And the more you work on your image to be more memorable, the better it is. So I've brought an example here. I've just created it in like 2-3 minutes. I'll show you how to create a similar one just in a second. But basically, let's say that we are targeting young ladies. So using a bright color like that might be not too bad, just because this is something that will definitely catch their eye. Currently, Facebook has no restriction. It used to have a restriction for 20% of text over everything else in an image. And currently, Facebook has released that restriction by saying that, you know what, you do whatever you want and we'll just find what works. So we can do as much text as it's needed, but usually minimal text is what is recommended. It's still what works best. So the creative guidelines that you need to follow when you will start creating your images for your campaign is basically that the pictures have to be positive. Please remember that Facebook's only intention is to entertain people and stay in a positive mood. And when I say Facebook, I mean Facebook and Instagram, because literally it's the same company. So their guidelines is to, lift up the moods, not to put someone down or not to say something negative. Usually native images work best if you can take pictures yourself. You don't have to hire a photographer. And to get some of the ideas, just go into Mr. Google, type whatever you are doing, whatever you want the inspiration, and go into images, and you will see a lot of inspiration for what can be done. For example, you see this looks more natural, not like stock. Even this looks very natural, and with those bright colors on the shot and the logos, that looks really good. Or even if this looks definitely like a stock photo, and yes, we can see Dreamstime, so it's a stock photo, go and print out this photo and do absolutely same with your team. This photo is nice and bright, but the arm crossed is usually not a good sign. So this photo is good if you just go and do the same with your team, for example, or while in training or while people are performing training. But they all have to be like relatively closed up, not like someone over there doing some gym activity. No, relatively close up. So they have to be near in front. Like this one is good, so we can see a little bit of the bright color is gonna attract attention. So go and get yourself some inspiration and then go and take the pictures. This would still work. Amazingly, we tried that. It would still work on Facebook, just a picture of all the stuff in the gym, put it up. This probably is a little bit better because you see they've chosen to have some kind of a posture when doing the photographs. But you really don't have to be a photographer. Just do your natural stance or whatever is possible to be done with your team and with your conditions. So don't stress too much about it, and most likely you already have some of that in your library. So smiling people, whole team is a good example, using bright colors. It's really good. You can see this branding on their shirts, or sometimes there is a branding in the gym. It's really good if it comes up this way rather than you put your logo on top, but you can still do the logo on top if you don't have showing. If you have an actual physical location and not an online business, then you can show your physical location. That works really well. We've talked about, creative postures, all that kind of stuff. So with the lighting, it's important that your image is not overexposed or underexposed, meaning not too much light, not too little light. If the image is going to be too dark, it's not going to perform well. So make sure that you're taking pictures in the time of the day. If you don't have a specific lighting for the photographers, then you're taking pictures in the time of the day when the rooms are lit appropriately, or organize some additional lighting. And it could be, you can be creative with your lighting. You can use just whatever is handy. Try with those lights and see what happens. So when you start creating your images, literally you just need, for one campaign, I'd recommend that you choose 4 images or 3 images in one video, and that would be enough. I recommend you to save them all in, that's what I wanted to say, in square size, because when you are loading them on Facebook for Instagram ads, it's going to cut it into square, and if you have some writing on top and things like that, it's not going to sit nicely, or you'll have to use a smaller image, which is fine too, but you just want to have more real estate on Facebook and Instagram when you're paying for your ads. If you need some inspiration, you can always go into Groupon, Instagram and Facebook. So let's just have a look. I put in yoga on Groupon, and you see a lot of this stock images. Stock images are no good, but the real images can give you, this is a stock image, and the human eye stock image can clearly see it's a stock image. I might be mistaken, but this looks more like a real image. But a lot of, like, you see people are sitting with their backs to us. It's preferably that we somehow take over the shoulder and show the close up of the instructor then, or something like that, because otherwise we're just seeing backs. Or here we don't see faces. Like, faces are really important, and the research shows that close up of a smiling face is still what performs the best on Facebook. So just remember that whatever you do, it's a smiling face and it's a close up of that face. You do not turn your head away. But yeah, you can clearly tell where is a stock image and where it's not. You don't even have to edit images. Quite often we just take images that are existing images of our client, and what we do, just put them on Facebook as they are, without anything, and they work really well. But if you like, you can use Canva. It's a free tool, but you can also pay on the subscription. It's a low subscription dollar, so you can unsubscribe at any time. One of the benefits that you can use Canva on paid is you can remove the background. Like you can see me now in Canva, you can cut it out and then paste any other background behind, which would be an example that I wanted to show you. So here, when we go into Canva, these images were successful. I even used the image of this. Sorry, forgot the animal's name, but it was very successful. quite successful, I should say. And here I'm just giving you an example of what you could do, like even if you just use this free Canva tool. So all you need to do, this all separately, so it's a separate picture of cat, which I got from Unsplash. It's a separate text that you put on top, so you just go into text. It's not really Canva lesson here. And then this one is a background image, so we can, you know, use it, and it's transparent, so you can see. You can just put some text in there. I'm going to provide you with this image so that you can upload it into Canva and use yourself for your purposes to create an image. Okay, as well as other things that can be done, like I said, cutting out. I think I have it here, like cut out photograph if you wanted to do that to attract more attention. But you don't have to. You can come out with just what you have. So sometimes it happens that you don't have an image of what you need. If you're running a new program or something else and you don't have an exact image, and it takes a lot of time to create it and you don't have the time, so that would be the only time I would recommend to use free image and video banks. And you can find a lot of free stuff on Canva as well as paid stuff. So if you paid, I think it's $15 or something a month, and you can go into their photos and you just search in photos, or you can also go into unsplash.com, just put whatever you like, and you can see like a lot of free stuff comes up. Quite often I would take pictures from here. These are all professional photographs, but without any price tag to them, and they are you've been granted rights to use them however you like. If you don't find anything within those two sources, then the next one I would recommend is to go into Dreamstime. Where do I have that? Is it here? It has a 1 week free trial, and it has a lot of pictures. I've actually downloaded some stock at some stage just because I couldn't find anything appropriate on the web, or then you can also buy some of their stuff, as well as numerous other photo banks, obviously, as well as I've used an app called Pixaloop. And with the Pixaloop, where have I got it? It's here. So you can see that you take a static image and you can make that background moving, and you can save it as a GIF or as a short video, and you can upload it as video into your ads, and that's how it's gonna look like. It's quite impressive. It works well with water, but it has a lot of other ideas to explore, as well as has a free version and a paid version depending on what features you need, but we've been able to create things on free version as well. So the next step, once you have your 4 images ready, all you have to do is to just really go into your business manager home, and then you can see this expansion business tools. Press into business tools, select media library, and then you can create folders. This is your assets. You can create folders, and within the folders you can upload those images. Just create the folder with the name of your campaign so that later on you can understand what exactly this is all about, and then just drag and drop pretty much of whatever that is. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I think. Oh, except the one I wanted to show you. I went into the ad library today and I put in Ladybow's brand, and when we talk about branding, you can see I just wanted to emphasize, because this brand is using a lot of those pink and white colors, it's kind of like everywhere, but maybe not as bright and too much standing out as I've shown you as an example, but this one definitely emphasizes and allows your clients, your future prospects, clients, leads, to remember you a little bit better, because the ad can be shown to them 5 to 7 times or more before they even react to it. So it's kind of important that they memorize how it looks. It stands out a little bit more than everything else. Okay, so we finished for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer. I will be uploading this image into an additional file section. Mark this lesson as complete, and send me an email if you have any questions, or show me your images if you want the feedback. So I'm more than happy to help, and thank you very much. Bye for now.